What is conscious community? An online group, living together, activities together. The past couple weeks, 3 weeks really, we've been inadvertently diving to experiment with some family members living in close proximity, living together essentially for almost 3 weeks straight. And it's both delightful and super challenging finding the space in between. And I'm really grateful it happened, because if it hadn't happened in this way, we wouldn't have chosen it. These days, it's so easy to be on our own, especially as an individual, as nuclear family. And I'm seeing more and more how many, especially men, that I've looked at and looked up to would have done really well as monks, as meditators, as people that are off in the wilderness, and how they chose to become fathers, parents, family members, part of the world, and how that's the same for me. It would have been way easier just being off my own in a way, and it would have been way lonelier. I came here for the contrast, and the contrast of these last few weeks compared to the way we normally live our lives is going to be really interesting, especially when everyone leaves. We'll have to do a post-mortem, so to speak, and say what worked well, what didn't work well. Where didn't I create enough space for myself? Where wasn't I listening to, especially my beloved, my son, and their needs? And how do I prioritize those while also being part of the community? And so I'm saying this and sharing this because my next breath session is going to be about community. I'm going to contemplate on this because I think it's something that so many of us desire, because there's such a deep loneliness and separation and a disconnection and a feeling like the world is falling apart. And as we seek to embrace it, bring closer, there's going to be a disruption to the normal homeostasis. And often we can blame the community. That didn't work because of that person. Rather than taking a look at, what did that bring up in me that I haven't looked at? What are the shadows that have not been unearthed? And as much as this modern way of living, there's the ability to reach out, to fly to have Zoom, all these things. What we've lost is the longitudinal side of community, like actually being in a house full of people for weeks, months on end, and just imagining the old tribes that would actually travel together for lifetimes. And what a gift that is when you have those lifetimes together, because it's living and dying together. And as much as today it's portrayed as really monotonous, oh my God, can you believe that? You only know these certain people. No, you know the same number of people in your lifetime, but those people live and die as they grow, as they experience new things, and we forget that part. And that's the part I'll be talking about today in that 50-year marriage vow, is that the people that got married, and I'll have some people making this vow again, and the gift of a relationship that lasts that long is that you get to see someone grow and develop with you, because if they don't, the relationship will not last that long, or the two of you are just stubborn enough to exist, which means you wouldn't be going for something like a renewal of vows, because that would be bringing up all those old parts again. And so we're leading from vows in the community into probably a break, because I'll be off in Hong Kong with family traveling again. And I'm actually going to take a break as opposed to try to push through it, which is what I was originally going to do. And there's been a lot of other breakages of vows and changes that are going to be coming up. So a lot of love. Ciao for now.